people observe a young woman walking around the vehicle. They don't notice any visible injuries, but there was a Good Samaritan who stopped, a request not to call law enforcement, probably because of the alcohol. And in fact, there's one Good Samaritan, a school bus driver, whoever this woman was, if it really was Maura, begged him not to call law enforcement. And the long and the short of it, though, is that's literally the last time anyone saw her. Officers responded about 20 minutes or so after the crash, and the woman driver was gone. There was clearly some spilled alcohol in the vehicle, open alcohol in the vehicle. Her Maura Murray's debit card, credit card, cell phone were missing and had not been, and we know now they were never located and they were never used again since her disappearance. She could have been, and very likely was, suffering from a concussion if she was not belted when she crashed. Could be much worse, could be internal bleedings. There is all kinds of speculation. Obviously, that's not the end of it, because we're talking about it to this day. There was another sighting sometime between 8:30 p.m., maybe even later, that somebody's moving on foot. And this, of course, is getting late into the evening, and it's getting, I think anybody would call that, it's starting to cool off, and somebody's walking 4 to 5 miles from where this vehicle was crashed. And that might have been a sighting of Maura. It's not a super reliable sighting because, this is just somebody driving by, just don't think anything of it. It was odd. And then, of course, it was later, much later, months later, I think, that this observant person reported finally to law enforcement, oh, hey, I was driving on 112 about 5 miles away, and about an hour after the crash, yeah, that's about 5 miles, average human foot speed. Yeah, she could have been about 5 miles away by then, but didn't think anything of it because on the night of this crash, seeing somebody walking down Route 112, odd, but not that uncommon. They didn't know that it was a missing persons for much later. So the next day, authorities turn it into a missing persons case, and investigations turn into searches, turn into cold cases. But more to come on that in our next segment on True Crime. Thanks for joining us.